Hi all. Now I am going to discuss about motion in one dimension. Basically, in mechanics, we are dealing with two things. One is kinematics, another is dynamics. In kinematics, we will study about motion without knowing its cause. And what are the important headings under kinematics? One is distance, another is displacement, then speed, then velocity, then acceleration, then time. Basically, we will be dealing with all these headings what I have told now for the next 2-3 videos. And after that, we will move to the dynamics. So, distance versus displacement. I will make a comparative study. So, distance is nothing but actual path covered during a journey. So actual path covered during a journey, and displacement is nothing but shortest distance between 2 points. Already I have mentioned about what is the distance, what is the displacement in my motion 1 video. This is my actually motion 2 video. So actual path covered during a journey. Let me give an example here. I'm going to draw a diagram. Let's say this is point A, this is point B. Now suppose I am moving like this. Whenever we are doing our daily motion from our home to the school, very simple thing, or from our home to the college, we generally don't follow a straight path or the shortest path. We generally go by a curved road. So this path is, let's say, path number 1, and let's say this is the shortest path. This will be path number 2. So basically, from my definition, path 1 belongs to distance. So one path will be assigned as distance, whereas 2 paths will be assigned as displacement. So I can say a concept: distance is always greater than equal to displacement. I'll do some more problems on this, then you will be getting clarification on this. Now, second point, that is, what are the similarities? What is the SI system or MKS system unit of distance? SI, International System, or MKS, meter, kilogram, second. Distance will be measured in meter. Displacement will be measured in meter also. In CGS system, centimeter, gram, second. This will be measured in centimeter. This will be measured in centimeter. What else? Actually, distance is a scalar quantity. Distance is a scalar quantity, whereas displacement is a vector quantity. It means displacement possesses magnitude as well as direction. The best definition of displacement is change in position. That I'll discuss in one problem. So now I'm going to give a comparison between speed and velocity. So speed is nothing but rate of change of distance or distance by time. Similarly, velocity is nothing but rate of change of displacement, that is displacement by time. Everything are there in 9th standard syllabus. Now speed is a scalar quantity, whereas velocity is a vector quantity, and the unit of speed in MKS or SI system is meter per second, in CGS system is centimeter per second, whereas unit of velocity in MKS system is meter per second and in CGS system is centimeter per second. Now the most important thing, dimensional formula. So dimensional formula of speed equal to distance by time. Dimensional formula of distance is length L, because distance is length is L, time is T, L by T, that is L1 T minus 1. Remember, in mechanics we will be dealing with 3 things. One is length, another is mass, another is time. So basically in kinematics we are not talking about mass. We will be taking length and we will be taking time. Using length and time only we are writing dimensional formula of various physical quantities coming under kinematics. So speed, distance by time, distance goes for length, L, time for T, L by T. Similarly, velocity, displacement by time. Even if displacement is a vector quantity, it means displacement possesses both magnitude and direction. But since displacement is possessing magnitude, it means displacement dimensional formula will be length, L by T. So L1 T minus 1. So basically, numerically speed and velocity are same, unit-wise speed and velocity are same, dimensional formula with speed and velocity are same. Only difference is velocity possesses a direction, whereas speed will be possessing a magnitude only, not direction. So basically in my first video of motion, I have discussed a simple problem to distinguish between distance and displacement. The problem is, again I am citing that example. A man is starting from point A. It is moving towards east by a distance of 400 meter. Then he is taking a left turn and moving by a distance of 300 meter and stops at a point. So this is starting point and this is stop or ending point. So calculate his distance and displacement between his starting point and ending point. So distance is AB plus BC. So 400 plus 300. Directly I am writing because according to the definition, the actual path covered in a journey. So that will be 700 meter. So this is distance. Now what is displacement? According to definition, the shortest distance between 2 points. So between starting point and ending point, the shortest distance is AC. So you can use directly Pythagoras theorem. This is 90 degree. And from Pythagoras theorem you know that hypotenuse square equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Hypotenuse square equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So this will be 400 square plus 300 square. If you calculate, you will get this as 500. Because 3, 4, 5 are Pythagoras triplet. 3 square plus 4 square root over equal to 9 plus 16 root over equal to 25 root over 25 root over, this will be 5. Okay. So for the 2 zeros I am putting that 2 zeros. So I found distance is always greater than displacement here. Now my next question, if the man is taking 10 seconds, let's say man is taking 10 seconds to go from A to C. 10 seconds to go from A to C. Then calculate his speed and velocity. So for speed, I will be using my formula, that is distance by time. So what is distance? Distance is nothing but 700 meter. And how much time the man has taken? 10 seconds. So I am putting a 10 second here. So I can calculate this as 70 meter per second. This is my speed. Now what will be my velocity? Now velocity will be displacement by time. So displacement is nothing but here 500 meter. Now time is, I have taken 10 seconds. Just try to understand one point. The man is going from A to B and B to C. He is covering 700 meter distance. He is consuming 10 seconds. So his speed will be distance by time. But at that same moment, that man is covering a shortest distance between A and C, that is 500 meter. But he is consuming 10 seconds. Unless and until the man is going from A to B and B to C, he will never cover this AC distance. So whatever time the man has consumed in going the actual path or covering the actual path, the same time the man has covered in attaining the shortest path. That's why I have taken the time as 10 seconds. So this will be 50 meter per second. So you got velocity, speed, distance and displacement. So my problem number 2. Let's say girl is starting his motion. Let us consider another example for problem number 2. Here I am saying that a girl is starting her motion from A and covering one circular track. Let's say the girl is running in a circular track of radius 70 meter. Now I am going to calculate her distance, displacement, speed and velocity in 2 different situations. First situation, when a girl is covering the whole circular track, or when the girl is completing one circle and taking 10 seconds. So basically in 2 different situations we are going to calculate her distance, displacement, speed and velocity. First case, let the girl is completing one circle, means she is starting from A and coming to A and taking 10 seconds. In second case, Let the girl is reaching at a point exactly opposite to her starting point. So B, let's say this point is B, which is exactly opposite to her starting point A. Speed and velocity. Okay. Now when the girl is covering one complete circle or cycle, how much distance she is covering? She is covering the circumference or the perimeter of the circle. So you know here R of the circle is 70 meter, means radius. So distance covered will be 2 pi r. That will be 2 into 22 by 7 into 70. 7 tens are 70. This will be 450 meter. For my first case. So basically I am discussing about first case. First case distance will be the complete perimeter of the circle. What will be the displacement? Here the most important definition I have already told is very important. Displacement is nothing but shortest distance between 2 points. So when the girl is coming from A to A, how to find the shortest distance? So basically we will use another definition, that is displacement is nothing but change in position. So I am writing displacement is nothing but change in positions, or I can write final position minus initial position. Final position minus initial position. But mark or observe here, when the girl is coming from A, when the girl is starting her journey from A and coming back to A, her initial position is exactly equal to final position. So since her initial position is exactly equal to final position, the result will be 0. So from now onwards you just remember one thing. Suppose you are starting from your home and going here and there and coming back to your home after consuming so many hours, your displacement will be 0, because your starting point is home, your ending point is home, so your displacement will be 0. So here when the girl is completing one circle or cycle, her displacement will be 0. Now what is the speed? The girl is taking 10 seconds. The girl is taking 10 seconds to cover one complete cycle. Now speed will be distance by time. Distance she has covered 440 meter. Time she is taking 10 seconds. So this will be 44 meter per second. What will be her velocity? Velocity will be displacement by time. Displacement by time. Already she has covered 0 displacement. Her displacement is 0, but time is 10. So this will be 0. So her velocity will be 0 and speed will be 44 meter per second. So basically I have already mentioned, for completing one cycle, the displacement of the girl is 0, because initial position equal to final position. This can be written in a different way. When I am just dividing this first case into 2 parts. When the girl is going from A to B, her displacement will be like this. Going from A to B, her displacement is like this. So I am writing AB vector equal to, look, this is AO plus OB. AO is 70. AO vector plus OB vector. So AO vector is 70 I cap. Okay, I am just adding and finally I am writing the values 70 plus 70 I cap. But minus. Why minus? I am putting my origin here. From origin to left side, negative x-axis. X-axis means I cap, negative x-axis means minus I cap. So it will be minus 140 I cap. So when the girl is going from A to B, her displacement will be minus 140 I cap. If you are not understanding this concept, please watch my vector YouTube video. So A to B, her shortest distance will be AB. Now when the girl is making the second half traveling, that is B to A, this is the actual path, but the shortest distance will be BA. So I am again writing BA vector will be, look, here I am putting my origin. So from B to A, again 140, but okay, minus 140 I cap meter, but this will be 140, again from B to O, O to A, 70 plus 70, 140. But if I put my origin here, this will be about positive x-axis, along positive x-axis. X-axis means I cap, so positive. So I got AB vector equal to minus 140 I cap meter, whereas my BA vector will be 140 I cap meter. So when the girl is covering a full cycle starting from A and coming back to A, C is doing a displacement of AB plus BA. So net displacement, let's say I'm writing net displacement is like this, displacement like this. So minus 140 I cap plus 140 I cap will be 0. Hope you are clear. This is closely related to vector. Even if you are not clear, just ask me doubt in the comment section. I can answer your doubt. So now I am going to discuss the second part. When the girl starting her motion from A and reaching at a point exactly opposite to her starting point, her distance will be the perimeter of the half circle A. So this will be pi r, that will be 22 by 7 into r is your 70 meter. So this will be 220 meter, exactly half of the first case. Now her displacement will be AB, shortest distance, so 2r. So 2 into 70, that will be 140 meter. But if you are interested to say about the direction, already I mentioned, it will be minus 140 I cap meter. Okay. Now, in the first question we have told that the girl is taking 10 seconds for the complete cycle. Some people are, or some students are making a mistake while I am teaching offline classes. They are exactly using that 10 seconds for calculating speed for this half distance. No. You have to take 5 seconds because to complete the cycle, she is taking 10 seconds. So to complete the half cycle, she is taking 5 seconds. So now speed will be distance by time. Distance will be 220 meter and speed time will be 5 seconds. So this will be 44 meter per second. But velocity will be displacement by time. And here displacement is 140 meter, by time is 5 seconds. It will be 28 meter per second. So we have calculated distance, displacement, speed, velocity, and all of you are thorough about what is distance, displacement, speed and velocity. In my future videos I will discuss more problems, but one thing, just understand the physics behind this. When a body is moving in a circular path, it is generally going with a uniform speed, means its speed remains constant, but its velocity is always changing. When the body is here, its velocity is along this direction. When the body is here, its velocity is along this direction. When the body is here, its velocity is along this direction. When the body is here, its velocity is always along this direction. So every moment the velocity, since velocity is a vector quantity, it possesses a direction, unidirection. So always the direction of velocity is continuously changing. Why changing? The only one guy or one agent which is responsible for the circular motion of the body is centripetal force. And this centripetal force is going to be very, very important in gravitation, in atomic physics, in cyclotron. Whenever we are going for some future or advanced concept, we are going to use this. So please revise this video 2-3 times even if you are not understanding. If in case of any doubt, write me in my comment section. Thank you.